So you have closed a new client for your social media or digital marketing agency, and now it is time to onboard them. This is a very important step in the entirety of your client relationship, and you really want to make sure that it sets the right tone for working together. By setting up a repeatable onboarding process, you can make sure that you provide a smooth and efficient experience every time for your new clients that really just helps build a great foundation for your client relationship. In today's video, I'm going to share with you the exact client onboarding process that I use. So you're going to learn the steps to onboard your new clients very easily and efficiently. You're going to learn how to set up a client onboarding process so that you can repeat that process every new client you get. And then at the end, you'll also be able to make a copy of my client onboarding process if you like the way that it works. So that's going to save you a ton of time, and yeah, let's get into it. What is up, guys? Olson here, back with another video for you. If you are new to my channel, I post videos on social media marketing, personal branding, and a little bit of productivity here and there as well. Now, if you do like today's video and you want more videos just like this one, be sure to hit the like button and then subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads. The majority of this video is going to take place on my computer so I can show you the full client onboarding process. And that way you'll be able to see, a full walkthrough of how it works and what it looks like. So I'm gonna hop over to my computer real quick and I will see you in 1 second. Alright, so here we are in my client onboarding workspace. Now, this is what I use for all of my new clients, and so here is just like an example workflow that I set up for you so you can use for your new clients as well if you wish to. Now, it is set up in a software called Notion, and what Notion is, if you've never heard of it, is it's basically an all-in-one workspace where you can store things like your notes, your documents, your knowledge bases, tasks, projects. You can have databases in here as well. And basically, you can keep everything that you need together in just one software. So the reason I use Notion for, processes like this is because I can set it up exactly how I want it set up. And then I can also collaborate with my clients through this one page here, and then they can upload their files, their images, videos, they can fill out forms, anything like that through Notion. So super powerful, super easy to use, and I definitely recommend you check it out if you've never heard of it or have never checked it out before. But anyway, back to the main topic at hand. So let's go over a quick overview of the steps to onboard new clients. And a quick disclaimer here, I just want to say that not everybody is gonna follow these same exact steps because everybody has their own workflow and not everyone sells the same services to their clients, right? So I just want you to know that it's okay if you don't follow these steps, and that's not really the main point of this video. The main point of the video is to show you that you should have a seamless client onboarding process in place that is repeatable and that provides a great experience for your new clients, okay? So for this example workflow, let's just assume that you are offering Facebook advertising as a service. So for Facebook advertising, these are the typical steps I go through to onboard a new client. And I'm just gonna kind of walk through the steps quickly here because later on in the video, as I go through the full process, I will actually dive into, like the instructions I have set up and how your clients can upload their files, documents, things like that. So don't worry about that right now, just understand the main steps, okay? So the first step of my client onboarding for Facebook advertising is I will send over a service agreement to be signed. And so this is just to protect me, and there's also so me and my client are on the same understanding of what's expected from each other and what we can expect in our working relationship. After that, I will send over an invoice to be paid before any work is started. Then I will gather their Facebook account access, so whatever I need access to, whether that be like their business page, their ad account, their pixel, whatever, I will get access to that. And so that will basically complete phase 1. After phase 1, I will move on to phase 2, and that is where I will get access to their current customer list. So I get access to their current customer list so I can create Facebook lookalike audiences for better advertising and just creating overall better campaigns that get better results. So I'll get that, and then after that I will gather all of their images and videos that I need to advertise for them. And usually I just find all of this on their website and social media, but if they have anything that isn't on those two places, I'll collect that from them as well. After that, I have a little kickoff survey that they can fill out, and so I send this over before an onboarding call just so I can have them explain their business in their own words, and then it just gives me more information to better advertise their business. And that way, I can kind of brainstorm and prepare for our onboarding call and just make sure that we are moving in the right direction with everything. So after phase 2 is done, then I move on to the final phase, and that starts with the onboarding call. Now, with the onboarding call, this is just used to quickly set our goals, create a marketing plan, and things like that, so we can get started with service delivery. Finally, the last thing, and this is kind of optional, is just gather onboarding feedback through a survey, and then I also include a referral program that they can be a part of. So I put that at the very end so they can take advantage of the feedback survey, which helps me, and then also the referral program, which helps them. And usually when they're just starting to work with you, it's a good idea to send over a referral program right away rather than later in your working relationship. So yeah, so those are the main steps that I follow. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, but I just want to go over those quickly before I show you how this whole client onboarding process works. So now I'm going to go over the client onboarding process and just basically show you how this workspace works. And the reason I'm showing this to you is because at the end of this video, if you do like this whole client onboarding process, you will actually be able to make a copy of this and put it into your Notion account if you have that, and then you can make it into your own client onboarding process, which is really going to save you a ton of time. So that's why I want to show you everything and just show you the power of it, okay? So this page right here is kind of like the main workspace that new clients will see right away. So right away I put in a call out, which just basically welcomes the new client. It thanks them for choosing to work with us and explains how we do our onboarding, and then if they have any questions or need any help, I give them my contact info as well and explain how they can reach out to me. So that's pretty simple. It's just a little welcome message there. And then I have a onboarding guide that shows them how to use this main page. So basically like how to open each of these tasks so that they're able to follow the instructions and complete the processes needed to finish their onboarding. So I will go into the onboarding guide and just show you what this looks like real quick. Alright, so this is the onboarding guide. It's pretty straightforward, so I included a call out here at the top again. So this can just include like information or instructions for your new client, and then basically for the guide you can put in whatever information you think would be useful to your new clients, okay? So I just put in filler information in here, so I just put in like how to complete your onboarding tasks, explain that, and another call out here. And then you can also include videos, which I think are very useful for showing how to complete the task, how to follow the instructions, things like that. I didn't include my videos here, but I just wanted to show you that it's an option to add into this guide as well. So there's that. It's pretty straightforward here, but yeah, whatever you think is useful for your clients to know for completing their tasks, then you can just put that in this guide and then they will know what to do. So, and then to go back to the first page we were on, I'll just click this. So now let's do a walkthrough through the client onboarding process, okay? So the way the tasks are set up here is into a board. So if you've ever used Trello, it's set up basically just like that. The way it's set up, you have headers here, and so I have it split up into phases. So phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3, and then I will have tasks under each of the phases or headers, right? So phase 1 has the 3 tasks, phase 2 has 3, and phase 3 has those 2. Now, if you don't like the board view, you can also switch it up. So if you just click here, There's also like a table view, so this will add in a table view which shows the same stuff just in a different arrangement. And yeah, so here like you can like click on these, change this. You don't need to change phases or anything like that. And you can still open up the pages like this. So it does the same thing, but it's just a different view. So if you prefer that, you can do it that way. There's also a calendar view. I didn't put in any significant dates or anything like that. I just put random dates in so you can see how that looks in a calendar view as well. So yeah, I just like the board view. I think it's easier to see, and it splits it up pretty nicely that way. So let's go over each of the tasks in the phases, and we'll start with phase 1. Now, every task can be opened up into its own page, so you can include more information. You can include like walkthrough videos. That's where your clients can import like their images or files, things like that. So I will just show you how that looks for each of these, so you just know the potential and the power of setting it up like this. So first, the service agreement. So here, I just have more information on how I'll send them their service agreement and then what they need to do. So they just need to sign it, and then we'll both get a copy. So I just want to make sure I explain everything to them there. Then for the invoice, I will click on that as well. And here it will just explain more information as well, give them some instructions, and then I explain, the invoice is done through Stripe and it's set to auto renew. So yeah, those two tasks are pretty simple and straightforward tasks, but with like the account access, this is where it gets a little more in depth and where more instruction is needed. So when you click on account access, there's a lot more information here. So here's a little call out with more information and kind of instructions. Then I will explain here like what they need to give me account access. So you can put in your like business ID, just a link to the Facebook business homepage. And then I wrote down these steps to complete the account access right here. And so yeah, I put all the information I need. So like admin access to the business page, admin access to the ad account, to the Pixel, Instagram account if we're going to be using that. And then I also just included like a video for people that like to watch a video of the walkthrough instead, and then more information from the Facebook support. So this gives basically all the instructions they should need to give me the proper account access without any problems. That's the main goal with providing these instructions, is so you don't have to basically walk them through every step of the onboarding. Okay, that is phase 1. Now for phase 2, each of the tasks are basically going to be set up the same way as the tasks in phase 1, but they're each going to have their own specific instructions and information within them, and each of them have a little bit of a difference between what's included in their actual page. Okay, so like for the customer list here, there'll be some information and instructions here, just like following the same setup as the other tasks. Then they can upload their customer list either using this file upload button right here. They can connect their Google Drive if they prefer that, or they can also share it with me through Google Drive by sharing with my email. So give them some options there just to fit what they prefer best. Okay, so that's how the customer list is set up. Then we have, I need to collect their images and videos. So, I have some instructions and information here, and I just basically say they can share any additional assets such as their marketing materials, their logo if they want, their typography, color palette, things like that, so that I can better advertise their business. So they can just drag and drop their images and videos into this page, or they can connect their Google Drive, or also share it with me through email. So those are some options there as well to set that up. And then for the last task in phase 2, the kickoff survey. Now this is a survey from Google Forms that I set up, but the nice thing about that is I can directly embed this Google form into Notion. Okay, so it's embedded here, and my client can just fill this out through Notion instead of having to go to a different area like Google Forms or whatever. They can just do it all right here. They can submit it, and then they're good to go and move on to the next task. So it's really nice to have everything in one place. So I included this example client kickoff survey. You can't really use this exact one. I wish you could, but it is hooked up to my account. So you will have to basically create your own Google form. And then if you want to copy any of the questions that are included in this survey, you can copy those questions. But yeah, just make sure you don't use this actual survey because all of your new client information will go to me instead of you then. Now for phase 3, after the kickoff survey is completed, we will have the client set up an onboarding call. And the reason I have them set up an onboarding call is just so that we can discuss our goals, our marketing plan, strategy, then anything else that we need to talk about, we can talk about that, and they can ask me any questions before we get started with the service delivery. So another cool thing with this is, I use Calendly for setting up my calls, so they can actually just sign up right here for a time that works best for them. So they can sign up all right here, and then I will get a notification and I will be ready for our call that we have. So that's a very easy process for them as well, and that will basically complete the setup for the onboarding call. Then finally, like I said, this last part, onboarding feedback, is optional. Now, I use Google Forms for this as well, and the reason I ask for feedback is just to improve my overall onboarding experience, okay? It doesn't really, I guess, provide that much value to this current client that's filling it out, but it does help me and my future clients as well. And usually people will be more than willing to help you with this kind of stuff, and then you can improve your experience through their feedback. So it's really awesome to do something like that. And yeah, then that basically concludes the whole onboarding process for bringing on your new clients. Now, there is one more step that you could add into phase 3, and I didn't include it in this page, but I would definitely recommend doing it. And that is, just sharing information about a referral program if you have a referral program for your agency. And the reason I recommend sharing a referral program right away with these new clients is this is when they are, usually most active and most willing to refer other people to you, especially if you have a good referral program that has incentives for them to refer people to you, right? So if you give that to them right away, then they're gonna know that they have that option whenever they're talking to like their business friends or whatever. They're gonna know that they can refer you, and they have an incentive for that. So I recommend telling them about that program right away rather than waiting until you guys are almost done working together, or just later on down the road when the timing isn't always right. So just get it out of the way right away, and you can include that in phase 3. So yeah, those are kind of the steps I have set up for my onboarding. And now if you do like this whole client onboarding process that I just showed you and I just went over, and you're still watching this video, then I'm definitely going to show you how you can basically copy this exact template and you can use it for onboarding your new clients. And so this is going to save you a ton of time. So here I just have the instructions so you guys can see them right away. I actually included the steps to copy this onboarding process in the video's description. I just wanted to lay it out here so that I can explain it to you guys, and then you can follow along in the description if needed. So you're gonna need to do 2 things to copy this onboarding process. So first thing, of course, you're gonna have to sign up for Notion if you don't have an account, okay? Now, Notion is free. There's a free plan, and then there's also paid plans starting at $4 per month. So yeah, you can sign up at notion.so, or you can use my link below, so right here, which will also be in the video description, and that way you'll get $10 in credit. So you can use this $10 in credit to upgrade your free plan to their paid plan for roughly 2 months. Now, I'll also get $5 in credit for referring you. So I just want to let you know that, and I would really appreciate if you use my link if you do get value from this onboarding process. So yeah, but after that 2 months is up, you can just stick to that free plan if you'd like, or you can upgrade for only $4 per month. So it's really cheap for what you get from Notion. So if you like it, I would definitely recommend it. Then once you have a Notion account, the second step is basically you're just going to open up the link below and you'll be able to access the onboarding process template. Now this I will show you real quick. So this is actually going to be just a read-only file of the onboarding process. So you won't be able to change anything here. You can just like copy things if needed and click on things and just see how it looks. But if you want to duplicate it into your account so that you can edit it and make it your own, you can change out basically really whatever you want. So what you would do for that is you would just go up here in the top right corner and hit duplicate. So what that will do, that'll take this exact client onboarding process and put it into your Notion account. And then from there, you can edit it in any way you would like and make it your own so that it fits you and your business best. Also, I just want to explain that the reason that this looks so different than my setup on my computer is because this is the default view, which is just the light mode. I like the dark mode better, which is what I use for my setup. So that's why it looks so different. And you can choose basically whatever view you like best. If you like this view, you can keep it. Otherwise, you can switch to the dark mode like I have for my account. So yeah, I just want to explain that. And yeah, I really hope that this client onboarding process is helpful to you, especially if you duplicate it and are able to use it for your agency the way it fits you best. You're gonna have your own workflow that fits you and your business best, and I hope you can modify it to that so that it adds the most value to you. And to recap, now you should know the steps to onboard new clients very easily and efficiently. You should also know a client onboarding process that you can use to complete these steps in an efficient and repeatable manner. And also, if you do like this client onboarding process that I showed you, now you should know how you can duplicate that and use it as your own, which is going to save you a ton of time. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions on today's video, and I can answer those for you. And then also, if you have any video requests, just let me know those as well, please. Anyways guys, I hope you liked today's video, and I hope you learned something new and got some value from it. If you did, please leave a like, as it really helps support me and my channel. And also be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications if you want more videos just like this one. As always guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.